Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and it's time for the flip through of my fairy journal. It's done, it's finished, at least I hope it's finished. I keep adding things. But I think she's as finished as she's going to be. And I thought, it'd be good to get the flip through done, and then I can pack it all away. She's pretty chunky. Can you see that? I don't know whether you can see that, how full it is. But it's pretty full. I've got an empty ephemera box, as you can see. And all that I've got left of all the bits of ephemera, the little tiny pieces, the little tags, the bits and pieces that I made. This is the only thing, I think, of the optional pockets that I couldn't get into the journal. I found a place for it, would have worked there really well. But it was just one thing too many. It was just getting so fat. I thought I'd sacrifice this one pocket with its little tag. But all my favourite things are in. All the things I really liked. So I've got a few little tags and bits and pieces here. I've got one remaining die cut fairy. It's the only one I haven't used. Quite a few little tiny bits. But there is a lot in this journal, so I will show it to you. And tell you what I've been doing, because it's taken me most of the day to put it together, so there was no way I could have done this on camera. It would have been another 3 videos just putting the journal together, I think, putting all the tags in, because I was making and decorating as I went along. I always end up, it seems to be, doing that, but more than ever, I think, with this journal. I just keep adding little bits of decoration. I've been adding fairy sentiments and bits of glitter here and there. So I'm just trying to undo it, and it won't undo. What have I done? It's got itself in a bit of a tangle. Only just did it up just now. Okay. What's going on? Right, got it. Okay, we're undone. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I have got this big envelope here. Now I will be doing a letter. It's empty at the moment. I should be doing a letter for whoever gets this journal. If as I would like, if it's going to my niece, then I will do a letter for her. And there's just one of the journal cards that came with the kit that I've just popped in there. I may move some of these things around, it's quite likely, knowing me. But I thought that went in there okay. Oh, I might just put a bit of gold around the edge, because I don't seem to have done that one, which I've done with most of them. So I might just do that still. On the front, I've just added Fairy's Welcome from one of the 49 Dragonfly sentiments, and then I popped this big journal card in here into this pocket. So I try to do it so that the kind of colours go together, sort of kind of thing. In this little corner tuck, I've just put a couple of small things. So I've got this little journal card and this little tag. It's been glittered up. It's got another little tiny tag kind of hanging from it. I think it does move, but not very much. Tiny bit. So I've just popped those 2 little things in there. And then I added another sentiment here, which I really like. May you touch dragonflies and stars, dance with fairies and talk to the moon. I thought that was quite nice on this page. Then I had my little cluster tuck here. So I popped in this little envelope, or I think it could have been stuck down as a pocket. And then I've got a little tiny tag in there, and I actually stamped on this tag, and I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I've used one of my new stamps, this one, oops, from the Your Craft Studios. I've managed to get a few of those fairies in here, which I'm really pleased about. So I stamped on there, just fitted, and that's popped into there. Okay, and then so we've got this. This is the flap from the envelope that I used. So I've just got a couple of journal cards here. So I've got this one, which says Brave. Got a bit of glitter on it. Now I've got to get it back in. There we are. And then this one, which has also been glittered up a little bit. Okay, and then make each day magical is what I've just popped there. That's where the the join is. I've just sewn it down there. So I'll put that there. Right. This was the one that took all the time. The multi little envelope stack. And so I didn't have to make all these things, but I did have to decorate quite a few of them. And I decorated some of the pockets as well. So this one was just a little die cut that said sparkle, and I just added the word fairy, because I did call it my fairy sparkle journal, or fairy sparkles, but I thought I'd get the fairy sparkle in there. So that's gone into the top envelope. Then there's a tag which I decorated up with a doily and another one of those little stamps that I stamped onto some avocado dyed paper so it would really show up. And that's just fitted in there nicely. And then I punched it out with that oval punch that I used for the others. So I've done a whole load of them onto coffee dyed paper. I think if you've seen one of my videos not long ago when I got it, or just after I got it, I don't know, I lost track because I know this is going to be uploaded quite a bit afterwards, but I did do quite a few onto coffee dyed paper and then punched them out, and I just did that on the avocado dyed because I thought it would go better on this tag. So that goes into there. A little bow on top. A couple of little tiny pieces on here. So these have just been cut out, but I hadn't done anything with them because I didn't know if I was going to use them. So this one, I actually used one of the stickers that came in. What have I done with them? There we are. I had this little sticker sheet that came in the Your Craft Studio box. So I managed to use a couple of those stickers. So I was really pleased to be able to do that. So that's one of them on here. And then it says Make a Wish. And that pops in there. And then a little taggy thing. Well, it's like a little tag. I've just popped a butterfly on there. So that's that pocket. Or envelope. Then another couple of little pieces in this envelope. I didn't do anything with these. I just popped them in. They're just from the kit. I had them already cut out. And I haven't done anything with those. And then in this envelope at the bottom, I realised the way it had been put together, I made it, but all the butterflies ended up upside, not the butterflies, the fairies were upside down, so I had to disguise that a little bit. So I put a bit of lace on, and I've used the butterfly, the gold butterfly, as a closure. And then inside there is actually a little tiny journal card. It's actually been backed onto avocado paper. And that's just really pretty. So I've popped that in there, so that can be written on or not. Just try not to bury it completely. And that tucks there. So getting all of this done took me fair a while this morning. And that was just at the beginning. So now I've got my bookmark in here. This is the concertina bookmark that you saw me make. That's slid into there nicely. And about halfway through putting all these, well, even after I think I'd filled most of the book, I realised I hadn't put my belly band in. I sort of came across it at the back of the box and I thought, ooh, I forgot to even put that in. And I really like my belly band, so that has managed to find a home. It took me a while to find the right spot for it, but I had to move things around a little bit, those that were able to be moved still. And I managed to get it in, so I'm really pleased about that. So this is my little side tuck I did quite early on. I added this little phrase here, no one can do it for you, choose to use your wings. And then I've tucked in this little card. Again, another one of the stickers there. And I'd put a little piece of just a little piece of paper that cut out, made it into a little pocket, stamped that, added this tiny little tag, stamped that with a fairy. So all these little things, just finish it off. But I hadn't done any of those things until I was putting it all together today. So that goes in there. In my corner pocket here, so I've got another big journal card here that says sometimes we need a little magic. That's backed. Oh, I need to do add a bit of glue here by the looks of it. There's always something that just needs a little fix, isn't there? Right, So that's the journal card in there, and then this was the tag that I had in there previously, but it was too bulky, so I had cut the sari silk was too wide, so I'd cut it down the middle and made it smaller, and then instead of it being in a little knot, I just stapled it together, so it made it a lot thinner and a lot less bulky in the journal. So that looks a lot better now, tucked into there. There we are. And then this one pops up. I've got a journal card in it here. It's got a little squirrel under the bottom of the tree and a fairy flying up the tree. That pops in the middle there. And then a couple of little pieces in this pocket at the top. And then the last thing I did, just a very short while ago, I decided every time I was trying to close it, it was flapping up like that. So I did another one of these fastenings. So I took a little circle that was already from the kit and did one of my little twirly fastenings. It'll probably come undone again. It's a little bit on the loose side. I don't know how to tighten that really, but that will just hold it in place hopefully, and then it won't flap when I close it. Now this was the place that I found that would have perfectly housed this pocket, but I just felt it made the whole thing too fat, so it didn't make it in. I don't know if you saw this, I did decorate this page in the end because I was trying to get a few more feathers in to make them, have a few more through the journal. So I put a feather here and a little bit of decoration here. So I don't know if you saw me do that. I think I did that after the last video. And here's my belly band, fitted quite nicely on this page. So that's the belly band, unadorned. It goes really well on here. So I've got a couple of things. I've got this journal card with a fairy sticker on it. Pop that in there. And then this, I'm wondering whether this is just like a little double journal card thing. Haven't quite decided yet whether I might put some coffee dyed or avocado dyed papers in there, maybe just a couple sewn in the middle, just to make this more into a proper little booklet. So I might do that. But that slides in there as well. And this is literally the very last thing I did. I thought, I need to get another feather in there. I just wanted a few feathers through the journal. Once I started putting them on, it felt like they needed to be a bit more spread out, have a few more at the beginning, because I did a couple towards the end. So I finally managed to find a space for my little cluster and put this feather behind it, and I've just tucked this little journal card into that tuck spot there. And here's my little door. I actually added this black die cut fairy here. Just I thought it'd be quite nice to have her sitting in there, sitting in the doorway. Oh, I need to glue that bit down. Just managed to put glue on nearly all the little tiny pieces, but obviously I missed that little bit. Don't want that being pulled off. Okay. And then I just put it out the little corner there. Open it up. I added Make a Wish and Always Dream here, and just another little tag in this tuck spot here, this little side tuck. And this has already got a little tiny, I don't know if I showed you, in here there's another little ticket in here. Okay, tuck that in behind the flower. Right, so that's that one. Still one of my favourite things that I did with this journal. This little door. Okay, so there we are. And just this is the canvas backed, or the canvas sprayed on piece, or one of them, that I've just backed onto some coffee dyed paper, I think. And that was the very first thing I did. I think I don't know if you remember when I first sort of revealed what I was going to make. That was the thing I stamped with that fairy, and decorated it up a bit more afterwards. And this one's got a little envelope with a little tiny tag in it. Just pops that in there. Lots of little tiny things in this journal. So big tag. This is one of my optional pockets, which I really wanted to get in, so I have put it in there now. And big old tag, all backed, that says I believe in fairies behind there. And I like that because we've got the same lace on the pocket and on the tag. Just lucky that that tag was available to put in this pocket. And then this was the big pocket I made sort of following one of Gail's videos. So that's how it started. So this had a little corner pocket here, and I put this little tiny tag in. Now it's actually one to write on, comes with the kit. So that pops into there. And then these two cards, I've got this big journal card. Leave room in your garden for fairies to dance. I like that. So that's at the back there. And then I've got this journal, tag, one of my favourites. I love this one. So she is in here, like that. And then this little tag pops in behind the front pocket, just and get them all back in the way they were. That goes in here. I don't want to lose her. And then I've got this card here, which has got the lovely flower, so if I can just pop that in right there, so the flower shows like that. And then I also popped in, because I'd left it open at the side, so I popped in another journal card at the side. So this is a thoroughly stuffed pocket, this one, but I like that. And then another tag popped into this pocket. The colours all go really well together. These are the couple of the optional pockets, and I managed to get them both in onto one page in the end. So I just put them both in at an angle, and then this one's got a nice little journal card in here. And similarly, this one's got a little journal card there. Yep, so happy with that. One of the big cards that came with the kit, one of the big journal cards, and all I did with these was back them. It's quite strong. I think I backed it first onto book page and then onto some pretty backing paper and edged with the gold paste, and I love that. Kept it simple, didn't want to add anything more to it than that. And if you remember, I've got the little envelope and the little ticket in here, in this little pocket at the bottom. So really like that one. And there's this one. And I added one of my coffee dyed stamped fairies, again from the Your Creative Studio box. I keep wanting to call it My Creative Studio, I don't know why. So I put that on the front there because I thought just needed something to finish that top part off. And then this opens here. So we've got our little flippy notepad here. And then the tag in this pocket goes there. And on the next page we've got our flip out envelope and CD case here. So all that was missing here was this a tag to go in this pocket. And I also added this shh fairy sleep here. When you close it, all you can see is the shush, the shh. And you open it and it says, fairies asleep here. And I also added another of the big journal cards that came with the kit in the main envelope pocket here. Just added a little lace topper to it. I didn't add any toppers before because I didn't know which way whether they were going to go in that way, sideways, or in the top of things. So some I've added a tag to, or topper, and some I haven't. I might still do that on this one here. in case it disappears. I might put something on the side here as long as it doesn't stick out too far. I'll have to think about that. And on the back there was the little side tuck. So I've got that little card popped in there. Whoops. That's it. Pops in there like that. Next page. So we've got, this is the pocket I made as part of Roxy's weekly challenge. So I've got 2 journal cards in the back pocket, the top pocket. Those 2, I think these are really, really pretty. So that one goes in and that one goes in like that. I didn't make it into a tuck or anything because it's a quite thin paper, this, and I thought that was enough. I thought it would be more sturdy if I glued the whole thing to the paper. And then this pretty little tag in the bottom pocket, the pocket that I made using my snippet roll. You could have probably squeeze another one in there, but you know, you can overdo it sometimes. And I didn't want to hide the butterfly, so I think putting that in the middle so you can see the mushroom stamp here and the butterfly there, I think that works quite well. And then the next page, it's getting more difficult to open the pages, but just about manageable. So another pocket with a lovely little feather up the side. And I've got this journal card. I did consider doing a bit of decoration on here, but I haven't added any more than was already there. Sometimes less is more, sometimes. Was enough, I think, just to put the gold around the edge. And this is another thing I made for a different Roxy's Weekly Challenge. So it opens, and so that's a tag, and then there's a little tag in here as well. So that goes back in there. So that's a tag on a tag on a little flip out pocket. So that's going to go in here. So we're nearly there. Another pocket here with a big, is it the last? I think the last of the big journaling cards with the fairies on. Another really pretty journaling card. Doesn't need a topper because it's quite clear. It's not going to be pulled out of anywhere really. It's just sitting in the pocket. And then this again has got another little tiny pocket with a little envelope, which I think might even, does it open? Can't remember. Oh, it opens that way. I don't know if there's anything in it. And there's even something in it. I can't remember what I'm doing sometimes. So yeah, there's even a little tiny ticket in there, in that little tiny envelope. That tucks in there. I might have that opening that way. Pop that in there. She says. Okay, there it is. It's just popping out the top there. So hopefully she'll investigate all these things. And there we are on the back, and I managed to use that piece of snippet roll that I was trying to find a home for, if you remember in the last video. I decided to pop it at the back here, added a couple more butterflies just to decorate it a bit more, tucked this feather behind it, and then it's just got a tag with a pocket in there like that. So that's tucked into that side tuck there. So there it is, thoroughly stuffed. Thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I'm really, really pleased with how it's turned out. I really am loving it. Lots of sparkles, lots of hidden pockets, little envelopes, lots of little journal spots, but also lots of little things to discover and hidden places, and that's what I really wanted. I wanted it to be a little journey of discovery and just a bit of fun, really. So even if she doesn't want to write in it, she might still be able to perhaps pop photographs or little notes in it. Do whatever she likes, really. there it is. One fairy journal, all finished, all ready to go. And I really hope that my niece enjoys it. And I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Would never have expected to be making a fairy journal, but I have loved every minute of doing it. Doing all the little glittery bits and making all the pretty things and all the tiny envelopes and all of those things. I've really enjoyed doing that. But now it is done. I'm going to put it all away. I'm surrounded by bits of stuff that I've been using, and I'll put it all away, and then I will be getting out my Christmas stuff as I've been promising myself. But I wanted to get this done first, and now it is. Phew! Right, thank you so much for joining me today, and do join me again soon. Who knows what I'll be doing next? I really don't know. I have no plans for making a Christmas journal at the moment, but I probably will do. But I just don't know what I'm going to make yet. I haven't really decided until I get all my stuff out and have a proper look at what I've got. Okay, bye for now.